Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brantley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Lagos, season 1, episode 5. It continues with Kiyomo sleepover. The trip that they at the sleepover. Sleepover is kind of slow, but Kiyomo come in with the coming up with them playing a couple of games before the game while the games were getting started. This is when what's her Mirami? Her name Mirami. Let me make sure this woman name right here. Miriam. This is when Miriam come in, you know, all hyped and whatever. Hey y'all, and she goes around hugging everybody. When she gets to Caroline, Caroline do a like one of these handshakes. She didn't hug her, so that kind of gave that kind of rubbed Miriam in a different way. So she went around hugging everybody else. They started off the games with doing games of musical chairs and stuff, and it ended up with Miriam and Miriam and IMO. I always get her name wrong. I Kiyomo got it right. It ended up with IMO, Miriam and Kiyomo. I mean, it ended up with them two, the last two in the musical chairs. Um, Kiyomo let Miriam win. Miriam thought she was gonna win anyway. Um, Miriam comes off as kind of she comes off as all of herself, and it comes off as snobby, but she has an issue with Caroline, but her personality comes off as snobby, but she has a real issue with Caroline, but we're gonna get into that a little later. But moving on, we move on to the next game. The next game is Never Ever. They do a Never Ever game where everybody go around saying they will never ever this, that, and the third. Yeah, they do a Never Ever game, this, that, and the third, where everybody go around asking questions and stuff like that. And then after that game, they do a mimic game where they start mimicking each other. And then after that, they do Truth or Dare. And then doing the Truth or Dare, this is when things kind of get a little hectic. When it came to Toy asked Caroline about her marriage. And as she asked Caroline about what happened between her and her ex-husband, and Caroline was like, I don't want to talk about it. She said, I do not want to talk about it. She said she didn't want to talk about she don't want to talk about what's going on with what's going on. Want to talk about what's going on, what happened between what happened between her and the husband and the man, the father of her children. She don't want to talk about it at all. And in her confessions, she like, I wish that she don't know why Toy keep wanting to talk about. She don't understand why Toy want to talk about what's going on with her marriage, when she need to talk about what went on with her first baby daddy. I want, yes, she do need to talk about what's going on with her first baby daddy, and she need to talk about her husband and why her daughter has never met him. Why her daughter is now meeting him this summer for the first time in person. And I said, that's weird, but you want to ask Caroline about what happened with her marriage to her ex-husband and why it didn't work out. I found that a bit weird and a bit suspicious. But yeah, cause Caroline said she keep asking about that every time. So it's like that is weird. So yeah, Caroline like yeah. So moving on from there, then somebody else asked. Then Kiyomi asked Lauren about her injections. Asked her about her injections. Did she get injections in her chin and her nose? And Lauren said that she did. She got because she had never had she got injection in her. She got a bridge. Oh, I say in her. She got either a bridge here, injection, either a bridge here, injection here, and yeah, she got that because she never had it like a real nose here, so she got it there and stuff, and she admitted to that. What else? After that, Miriam asked, Miriam asked, she asking Kiyomo, friend, OG, why is you such a bitch? I'm like, hold up. Like, and the friend said I'm not a bitch. It may comes out. I'm just a chill person. And that's when Toy went, that's not true. Toy, I wish you would just shut up. Because it's like, it seems like you have a lot to say about a lot of things when it comes to people that you bring on or people you are friends with. And it's like you have a lot to say about a lot of things. But I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of Toy at this point. She getting really annoying at this point, and it's really getting irritating and stuff. So yeah, the friend was like, oh, her name, she go by OG. She ain't know. I'm just a chill person. It may come off as I'm a bitch, but I'm not. So, Amir was like, just own that you a bitch. That you act like a bitch. But it's like, I'm not a bitch. But I'm like, to be honest, Amir, you kinda, ooh. Girl, you come off as a bitch. You come off as a bitch. Toy come off as a bitch. Lauren come off as a bitch. I said, half of y'all come off as a bitch. Only one that don't come off as a bitch on here is Ayabo. Ayabo is the only one that don't come off as a bitch. Ayabo don't come off as a bitch. Caroline, I don't think I don't really see her coming off as a bitch, but she may come off to them, but I don't see it, but she may come off to them as a bitch, but I don't see it. That's it, but yeah. But I digest on that one. Moving on, we moved on from that. I said, so after that, they continue playing the game and whatever. And we move on from that. The game was over the next morning. We end up seeing Toy and Amir out at the pool. chit chat and catching up on the next day because Toy had a hangover, so they catching up to see what how they felt about the party last night, and then and Kiyomo called Caroline to see how Caroline was doing, so she went to go see Caroline and check on Caroline, see what was going on. So we gonna start with we're gonna start with Amir and Toy. So Amir and Toy is out at the pool. They talking about last night and how everything going. And Toy asked her about how she felt about the night, and she was saying Amir said that she didn't like the way Caroline shook her hand and stuff. She gave her like a half shake or something. She didn't like that or anything, and cause she said she didn't like that, but she said overall the night was actually nice and whatever. She had fun and stuff, and cause they actually their plan for that day was they were going out. Toy wouldn't be able to go, but her daughter was going with them, going with the ladies, and they are actually going race kart, go kart. They're going go kart racing. So the daughter gonna be with her daughter going in her place. So we don't know why Toy didn't go, and she really didn't say why she didn't go. So we don't know. So she was saying like I don't know how. As they were still at the pool thing, she was talking to Toy saying she don't know how this was gonna go, and how everything. And Toy told her, you gotta figure it out by yourself how you feel about the ladies and get to know them without me being around. And she went, I don't know about this. She went, I don't know these ladies, but if they get out of order, you know how I'm gonna do. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, like that's the problem. It seemed like mostly everybody that is friends with Toy that she kind of brings on or bring around, they all go to this ratchet place. Oh, I don't know if people gonna feel me or whatever, and if they get out of place, I'm gonna have to get with them. And I'm like, what's with that? Like, you don't even know these people. You don't know these people, and you already having something like, how these people gonna feel about me? But if you already in that mind space of thinking this gonna be some shady stuff, and you think you want to have to check somebody, I'm like, it's like you act. I see why you're friends with her, but I said you need to watch your back being friends with Toy, cause she's the problem. She's one of the problems. She is one of the problems. But we move on from that. We're gonna go on to move on from her, Kiyomo and Caroline. So Kiyomo goes to Caroline's room, check on Caroline, and she asked Caroline, so how did you feel about the night and stuff? And Caroline, when I wasn't really in a good mood, I wasn't really feeling good and stuff. I had a headache. I was quiet. I wasn't feeling. I didn't know. I didn't know half the people that was there, and I wasn't feeling half of the people. That's just how it was. She said I wasn't feeling half of the people, and that's just how I feel about it. And she said I didn't like the questioning that was going on, in some of the games, but it was okay. I had fun and whatever and stuff. So she was cool. So they just did a little chit chat in that. So she leave there and she go over to Kiyomo go over to Lauren's room and check on Lauren, and Lauren in there getting ready and stuff for the day for they whatever Kiyomo got planned for them today. And she went to check on her, and they found out how she was doing, how was the night, did she have fun? She said, yeah, I had fun. You know, they kikiing and everything, and it seemed like they all good. They didn't got past they issues. They seem like they're okay and stuff, and it not in a bad mood or anything. So I'm like, okay. And she said like, um, he almost said like, I liked it, your friend. Your friend was cool, right, and everything. So it's like, yeah, it's like stuff. So I went okay. So they ended there. So the day they moved on to the rest of the day, and then they went on to going to the go kart event. Uh, Toy didn't even call Kiyomo and tell her that she wasn't coming at all, and say that, oh, I'm not coming or anything. And I said that was kind of crazy, not to say that you're not coming. So it was kind of crazy for that. Excuse me. It's kind of crazy for that. So I'm like, okay, but uh, Kiyomo was very happy that her daughter came and everything. The toy daughter came. Toy daughter went in the race, the go kart race, everything. So they moved on to the dinner that was planned and everything. It was a nice dinner. So at the dinner, everybody, Kiyomo had the ladies go around and tell how they felt about um, each lady from the first time they met them to now, after spending time with each other on this 3 day trip. What is their what do they think of the person now? So the ladies went around the table and stuff, and certain ones had certain things to say about certain ones. Lauren said about Toy was that she got to learn a little bit more about Toy that she didn't know. Uh, I forget what she said about Toy. She said something she didn't know a certain thing about Toy that she didn't know that she learned on this trip. I can't remember what it was. I wasn't paying no attention, to be honest, because I blocked them out a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of over. I'm over them. Uh, um, okay, Miriam, and I'm saying, Caroline. She thought when she first met Caroline, she thought Caroline was a bitch, and she kept on saying bitch, 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 bitch. Kept calling her a bitch. She said the more I got to know you, you became less of a bitch, and I'm like, why you keep calling her a bitch? Like, I mean, if she called you a bitch, it'll be different. You'll be ready to fight. And she ain't not. It's like in her confession. She ain't. I just saying it was like I said. You ain't gonna like it if somebody else call you a bitch, but you keep calling her a bitch. Like she's a bitch because she didn't shake. It's all because she didn't shake your hand. She didn't give you a hug because she gave you a handshake instead of a hug. And everybody don't have to hug you because ain't nobody gonna hug you. It's like I don't. I haven't met. This is my first time. This first time meeting you. I'm not gonna hug you. I don't care if you a hugger anyway. It's like I'm not gonna hug you. You ain't family, so that ain't going down. So yeah, she kept calling her bitch. So when they got to Caroline and um, Kiyomo, um, they actually did each other and stuff, and Lauren felt during Lauren confession, Lauren felt a certain way about it. Lauren went, oh my god, why didn't they just love each other and everything, and like, oh my god, I wish they just hurry up and stuff. It's like, hater, hater. It's like, oh, since you didn't say what you said about Toy, you don't got time to listen to them and how they feel about each other and what they learned about each other. and the perception that they heard about them one another that they know that it isn't true. So now you feel a certain way about it. So yeah, after that, everybody eat dinner. Dinner go good. So it's a week later after that. So they get back to Lagos. Lauren set up a Lauren set up a luncheon for the ladies because she wanted the girls to meet up because she wanted to invite them to her fashion show, invite them to the fashion show, and also have them also walk in the fashion show. Well, some of the ladies walk in this fashion show. She actually wanted all of them. That's what she said, but she ended up just wanting some of them walking the fashion show at the end of it. Um, and that's when we end up finding out that Ayabo, excuse me, Ayabo, Ibobi, I want to say Ayabo or Iobi. Is Iobi or Ayabo? Iobi. I want to say Iobi. I hope I'm saying this right. Oh, don't get it wrong.
Try saying Ayabo.
Ayabo. I got it right. Ayabo. Ayabo asks where's Caroline and Kiyomo. Kiyomo. Where Caroline and Kiyomo. And Lauren them said, I don't know where they are. She went, I don't know and I don't care. I went, okay. She went, so Ayabo said, so what happened on the trip? And she went, nothing happened. That's when Lauren said nothing happened on the trip. We got along and everything. Everything was cool. Everything was cool. And stuff. And I'm like, okay, so Ayabo in her confession, Ayabo was like something went on, cause something don't seem right, cause all of a sudden it seemed like something's not right. She said, I'm not gonna jump to conclusion. I'm at least talk to them, to the girls, and find out if something happened. But so they were still talking, chit chatting, and that's when Toy was like, maybe since Kiyomo in here, Caroline's a follower. So since Kiyomo in here, Caroline just a follower. She might as well just didn't come because she didn't come. And it's like, really? It's like, Toy, what is your issue? It's like now you have an issue with Caroline. What's the issue? Is it an issue because this woman didn't want to talk about her personal life? About why her and her husband broke up? I said, I don't see you talking about what's going on, what happened between you and your two baby daddies, or what's going on with you and your husband, and why your daughter haven't met your husband until now. But you have such an attitude towards this woman. Figure it out. So, Ayabo ended up calling uh, Kiyomo, and I'm calling her, and Kiyomo was like, "No, I'm out of town. I'm out of town. She was at her aunt, out of town at her aunt's 60th birthday, so she wasn't in town. So she was on her way back to Lagos, and she was saying she would try to stop by, if she can, and stuff. And so, she said, I don't know why. They asked where Caroline was. She went, oh, she don't say, I don't know why Caroline's not there. She said, I don't know why Caroline's not there. She said, I haven't talked to Caroline. So, after that, they move on from there. Okay. So, after that, after they get off the phone, that's when they get off the phone. That's when she got off the phone with her. That's when Lauren said, At this point, they not invited. It's like, what? So I don't care if they don't come or not. I want Lauren, what's the issue? Because the first Lauren keeps saying, I said, first of all, Lauren keeps saying, she said they not invited. And then she said, oh, she don't have an issue with neither one of them at all. But it's like, if you don't have an issue with neither one of them, why are you still mad? I said the only reason I think you're still mad is because because you got checked twice in one night defending. You got checked twice in one night defending your family, defending your sister, because your sister got a blog and you defending her over her lies or her lies because she lying on people. These are the people, the girls you're around. They saying your sister lying, and you defended her, and your sister dragging you in it because you defending your sister, and you mad at these ladies because you coming after them because you want to defend your family. So you can't be mad at them for them defending their family, but you defending yours because that's what you want to do. And that's what it is. That's all that happened this episode. Like, subscribe, leave comment. It was your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all.